a week, but not all. So I've told that 2 weeks ago, but probably I forgot. Is the idea is once you're in the product, you have a assembly of multiple files. Some of the files will have, not this one, have its own parameters. Let me find one. Existing structure, yes. So columns. Yes. So when you see this little hat, the gray hat here, that means this parameter is linked to an external parameter. So you cannot change it manually. Yeah. And then you can make some general parameters like at the first level. Okay. So you can have a general control of the overall building. Otherwise, you have to find, locate, go inside a quite deep level to make some change. So this is one, just one tip for you working more complicated assembly of files. You also notice, some file here has this yellow cube. That means this is a part file. Others without the yellow cube, that means this is a product. Okay. So again, to repeat, the product file doesn't contain the actual geometry. Okay, it only has the information, has the links of the files, and it's a part file that will contain all the geometries. Okay. So this is about. Let's go through again the data structure, the first level. So a quick way to look at expand the tree. You can say expand the first level, or you can expand from tree here. O level will just expand to the very bottom level. On the second level, you can further expand it. But the way I break it down, the existing architecture, the existing factory, because there's also other bit. I only make the main factory part, and then you have the new, which will be what you design later on, right? So this is all empty. I just make it stay the location. The remove part, which will be part of the existing, but you can put it out later on to remove it, or to just turn on and off for the communication purpose. And for each tree, let's look at this is empty. Let's look at structure. So in the structure, I got beam, column, slab not model yet. Okay, it's part file there. And inside that, inside the beam, I got number of part files because there's different kind of a beam. So you can either make all the beams into one part file, fine, or you can separate by the beam types, different beam types. So let's you can have a close look of the file uploaded in Moodle. We could put the table apart so you can have people sitting in. Okay, so I start from new. Remember before we did new as a part, right? But this time we do new product. Okay, so you click OK, and in my case I just call it my power station. Okay, click OK. Now you automatically in the it's called project. So project is put together again. It's it's for architects, yeah. But what we use the workbench use assembly design, which is also similar idea. You still on the same file, but just to give you different tools to apply constraints between different parts. You can leave it as project if you like. It's what we're gonna look at the moment. Will be this tree. Okay. So there's generally 2 ways of building up the tree structure. One is to insert. Okay, you can say, okay, I'm gonna insert a new product. Look at the prompt here. Ask to select a component to add a product. So I selected this one. Have a number, so I call it existing. Okay, click OK. And I can keep add on another one. Again, I have to referring to the parent. Okay, and this one call it new. Okay. And now I'm gonna do, from existing, I'll insert again, or you can copy and paste. You can do control. But the thing of copy and paste, you will work on the same file. This is only a link, okay? So if they're supposed to be not the same file, you'd better stay with from insert, okay? So I say again, so I insert a product. This time I call it exist underscore structure, okay? I can also say, okay, insert new product again. So this called exist enclosure, right? Okay, and or maybe sorry, change that to exist. Whoa. Okay. You can also insert a existing file, either so you can say existing. So existing component can be existing part or existing product. Okay, so it's all together called component. So once you click that, I can locate to say this is a product file. Okay, so if I click product file, let's see what happens. So it will bring. Oops, sorry. I think there's a conflict of names. I have to rename it. So the part name the same, so I have to rename. So it brings all the files that are linked to the product file that I inserted, right? So you see, I got the beams, I got the columns, all there, right? Let's undo it. Or I can say, this time I'm gonna insert a single column, or the column. Yeah, let's insert a single column. So click open, and you can see I got the column file. Those are the associated file. So you can make a new file and insert afterwards, or you directly work on the product file. Okay, so let me undo it. So the idea is, if you need a part file, this time I'm gonna insert a new part. Okay, so insert a new part, put in here. I call it drive. Sorry, exist structure drive. Okay, so drive file, I'm gonna put things like a grade. Okay, for instance. Okay. Now I have a part file. Finally, if I click the part file, double click, it brings me to the architectural and structure workbench. And this time, you can also switch to geometry workbench because they all work on for the part file. Okay, so when you have a geometry, right, so you can work on the part file. And from here, it's all you're familiar. Have the same tool that you just make model, and you will work in this file. Okay, and every time, so the complication is make sure what is the current working file, and that will have this blue highlight. Okay, and you can switch back. Once you switch back, to the product, you notice the workbench will automatically switch to project. Yeah. Okay. Save. Then we can pause it. So now I actually make multiple files in a tray. Instead of doing save, Control S, because Control S will work for the current file. It's a single action. Okay, if I do Control S, I basically will save this part file only. But in fact, you need to save 1, 2, 3, 4 files here. So what I do, you do save management. So this is a window where shows you all the file that have been opened, modified, or just newly created. Okay, so you can sort by the state for your convenience to select them quickly. As you can see, those are files that have been modified, so I opened, which you can do just save. You can click save. Okay, and for the one that I just created, notice the name, and it also shows you the file nature. So I got a product. This is a product, and product. Sorry, 5 products and 1 part file. So what I do is, this is existing cat product. I'd say save as, and then you make the folder. Let's say my power station, right? So since this is a top product, stand for sorry, this is exist. So I need to make a new folder for all the existing structure and a 1 for new. Okay, inside the existing, now it's fine. So the file name here, the exist product file inside the exist folder. Okay, I click save, and this is new. So the new will be saved into my station new. Click save, and this is a third level. Third level, and that's also, you know, makes sense. You have a good naming system. Okay, so it should be in exist structure. I need to make structure str. In fact, you'd better keep this the same as well. Okay, then let you save it, because this is a part file. Okay, and then this product save as. So this time, my power station. Okay, which is the very top. Okay, so just save into my power station folder. Click save. This product again. Okay, this existing structure. So existing structure and save here. And this is a wall. Save as existing. This is a product, right? So product, I need to make a folder called existing wall. Double click, save. Okay, so I kind of like give this batch command. Nothing happened yet, but I already remember all the saved paths. And then I click OK. So it will save all the files at one go. Okay, and that also give you a good record. So those are the files opened, but nothing has been done. So let's just say open. And for the modified, you could do save, 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 and then click OK. It will save all the files. All right.